Oh man. Oh, how you doing? This is Black Shy Guy. Welcome to another podcast episode. Sometimes people come in the year 2024 the way I came in, and all I wish for is to be better than my previous self. My goals this year obviously is to, better myself, be more consistent, come out with more content. Despite the fact of my 9-to-5 job and my gym etiquette, no matter how tired I am from the gym and going to work, I have to stay consistent with my content. And that is my goal this year of 2024. I came in to just improve myself. But some people, like Cat Williams, chose violence. The man chose violence! We're gonna get into it today. This is the first time I'm watching this interview, the very, very first time. Welcome to my podcast episode. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, which will be showing the video version of the podcast episode. If you just wish to listen to it audio, obviously attend your local podcast stations, preferably Spotify, which where I'm located much easier. But let's start this Unleash Club Shay interview with Cat Williams, and I thank you for sitting at my table, baby. Let's get this popping. You know what I mean? Yo, but you know what I like freaking Shannon Sharp's dressing style. I like it because that's the way I almost dress. I dress almost just like that. You know what I mean? Obviously, I put a little, everybody got their style. I'm just saying, I do it a little different. But I like his style. And freaking Cat Williams is dressing down to the T today, boy. You know this interview is going to pop off, right? Because look how, he dapper today. He dapper. But let's continue. I know y'all don't want to hear my freaking dressing advice.
Bro, you've been doing it. I mean, you're one of the top tour. You're one of the top touring comedians of all time. You already got started before we started taping.
I did.
Appreciate that. Tell the people at home.
I thought they was lying, and yeah, this particular alcohol is stronger than you think it would be, probably by about 2, and unbelievably smoother.
The thing about Cat Williams, I'm going to be honest with you. Cat Williams is a very, very smart dude. I'm not going to lie. He's a smart-ass dude. And don't get it twisted. I mean, a lot of people think he's a bit way too crazy, a bit kind of ignorant and whatever. But there's a lot of intelligence in that man. Don't get it twisted. Shout out to Cat Williams, man, for real. I mean, he entered 2024 with violence on the mind. And that's kind of unfortunate for the simple fact that I wanted him to be renowned for coming out with another stand-up comedy video, whatever that is hilarious. But people are talking about him again for this controversial interview. And a lot of people is saying it's for clout. But it is what it is. He's just airing out his frustration, I guess. Let's continue.
And milder by the same maybe 30% than you could possibly expect. And unlike cognacs the world over, This one doesn't taste like wood at the end, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial colors, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial flavors. It's a fine product.
He's a connoisseur. You can tell he's a connoisseur. He's a cognac connoisseur. He understands.
I love the wood taste though, and he did explain it to the T how a drink should taste. I love the wood taste though. I love it. And don't get it twisted. That Dr. Disrespect new drink, I forgot the name of it. They had it in my local liquor store, right? Just for a taste test. That drink is so damn good. Just throwing it out there. That drink is good.
The method that goes into making cognac.
Right. Well, as a comedian, you get free drinks at the club. So all comedians either turn out to be connoisseurs like myself,
right,
or straight up and down alcoholics like 60% of Hollywood.
Well, thanks for stopping by the club. I understand that you're very, very busy, and for you to take time out of your busy schedule and stop in today, we really, really appreciate it here at Club Shay Shay. So thanks for stopping by, Cat.
And I needed you to know why I came by.
Yeah, I need you to tell us why.
People know I don't go everywhere. I'm not interested in talking to people unless it's like a Larry King or somebody of an amazing ilk that I would actually want to go talk to in real life.
Okay.
I don't do it so I can sell product, and I got things to sell, so let me come talk. You have a great product here, and as a fan base, we love the attention that you spend on the guest. We love how much work you've done, how well you know them, how prepared you are. The same things that we liked about you in football. You brought that on over to here.
That's true. I get Shannon Sharpe, and big ups to him, for real. Big ups to him, because the fact that he left a very important position in Sports Center to take a chance to start his own podcast, and the commitment he made to this production, his production, and the way he treats his guests, you know, with drinks, just with accommodations, that's a big up for Club Shay Shay Shannon Sharpe, because I mean the commitment that he put into his podcast is top notch, and he makes the guests feel comfortable. He doesn't ask the questions that a lot of people want him to ask, but despite that, you gotta admit, the man makes the guests feel comfortable. They don't feel attacked. They don't feel like they're being interrogated. It's a very comfortable atmosphere. Big up, Club Shay Shay. Let's go.
And that's why it resonates. And the reason I had to come is because you've made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate
and
that.
I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here and lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Cat Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike.
Wait.
And Cat Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now three quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Ricky Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Oh,
well, I didn't know.
He shouldn't be able.
Cat Williams is, now I see why people is talking about this interview. My man Cat Williams is going in. One thing about Cat Williams, you gotta admit though, he ain't selling soul to Hollywood. You gotta admit, cause I'm not gonna lie, man. You ain't gonna make me dress like no woman if I'm an actor. You not gonna make me dress like no woman. I gotta give it up to Cat Williams. He ain't sell his pride. He ain't sell his soul to all of the bullshit that's in Hollywood. You gotta give it up to the man. Hate him or love him. You gotta give it up, man. Because you got a lot of these dudes dressing up like women and doing this and that and the third. Say what you want. I love Martin Lawrence. I grew up watching Martin Lawrence. But you gotta admit, dressed like a woman. He dressed like a woman in the show, and it was funny. So Martin Lawrence was a one-of-a-kind stand-up comedian. I mean, but I grew up on him, so I give Martin Lawrence a pass. I give him a pass. Listen, he was the one, and then came Cat Williams. But once again, big up to Cat Williams for not selling his soul. You know what I mean? Let's continue.
You wouldn't let a athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man, you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was.
No way. No one. Why no? He was with KD. He beat up Terry Crews. Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and he, what? So Ricky Smiley knows this, and I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie, but I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201.
Holy shit.
200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me.
That's crazy. He was 200. That is crazy. I mean, considering how funny Cat Williams is, to realize that he was 201 auditioning for that role, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But everybody need their opportunity to show. I mean, listen, everybody get their chance to shine. You know what I mean? Everybody get their chance to shine. All right, let's go.
Saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Cat Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy, right, where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was gonna play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Cat Williams wrote. So what Ricky Smiley say on his?
Wow.
You can't say my lines, I wrote them. That's how I already know that I'm gonna be funnier than you. What he told everybody was, Cat Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio.
I don't understand why. I don't understand, man, how people, like, Spanish and blacks, man. It's like, we always want to knock down, just to get a big up, we always want to knock down our brothers and sisters, man. We always got to be like, I'm better than him, or I'm better than she is. You know what I mean? Why not just compete for the role and shut the fuck up? Like, why you always got to downplay somebody just to get a leg up? I don't get it, man. And if that's true, man, because obviously nobody can prove who's telling the truth. But obviously there's some sort of bias when it comes to my personal opinion. I'm gonna go with Cat Williams, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go with Cat Williams, because why would Cat Williams lie about it? But at the same time, you could say that as well about Smiley. But I don't know, man. Let's say you. All right, let's continue.
What Steven said, everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then. He was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Why would you put that in your contract, Cat?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life.
Holy
They play good women, and I believe that the best actor.
Oh,
Damn!
oh shit! Oh, damn! Cat Williams definitely chose violence for the year 2024, man. Damn. I mean, hey, I ain't gonna lie. Tyler Perry in that movie, what was it? Alex Cross, he was pretty good, but he wasn't Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman was a better Alex Cross, hands down. Morgan Freeman was the godfather of playing Alex Cross. But he wasn't that bad. But you gotta admit it. Tyler Perry top movies is when he's playing a woman. So is Cat lying about that? He ain't lying about that. Let's continue.
There should be in the best role.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that, you responded because he said he was supposed to play Money Mike and you were supposed to play Santa Claus.
An outright lie.
So
that he knows is a lie.
So why would he say it?
Because he's a liar. Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Cat Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018? You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, baby, and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Cat Williams in there.
I don't know, Cat. We might not let you drink anymore the way we ain't even got.
I'm not fueled by alcohol.
Wow, like, Shay ain't lying. Like, Cat Williams is going in, and we only about 11 minutes. 11 minutes in. That's it. We're only 11 minutes in. Oh man, this is gonna be some crazy shit, man. Listen, and And this is 2 hours and 46 minutes. Listen, I ain't doing all 2 hours and 46 minutes. We're gonna do a part 1 and a part 2 on this shit, all right? Listen, and make sure you subscribe. If you're watching this video on my YouTube channel, make sure you hit the like button. The like button ain't freaking expensive to hit. It's free to hit the like button. God damn. I mean, y'all act like y'all don't see the like button. But when y'all act like y'all don't see the like button. Come on now, stop playing with it. Hit that like button. But anyway, let's continue. There's going to be a part 1 and a part 2 to this video for real because this shit is getting steamy. Let's go.
I've had a sip, less than you. The truth don't need motivation. I'm just saying I can't let these dudes lie.
The truth don't need motivation. Stolen. Let's go.
Cedric sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arms off his stomach sitting over here. Why I'm not a movie star. What?
It's a situation.
He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer.
That's, is he lying? Nah, I ain't gonna start no shit. Let's go.
Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
You don't think Sam's a good comedian?
The world doesn't think that, sir. I have 12 comedy specials. He has 4 specials that are not available on Netflix or Tubi.
It seems to me, Cat, that you had a lot to get off your chest.
No.
You wanted to set the record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform. If you give a liar a platform to lie, then I'm not being messy by saying, hold on, that never happened, it's untrue, and there are hundreds of witnesses for each thing I'm saying.
That's true. I mean, a lot of people will see this as someone trying to freaking get some type of clout off the freaking interview and try to get his name out there once again. And we all know Cat Williams can do stand-up. So he doesn't need to do this to get his name out. He just needs to come out with a couple of stand-ups and his name is out there once again. So the people who are saying, oh, he's just doing this for clout and for his name to get out there. His name is already out there. So, I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? His name is already out there. He doesn't need to do any type of bullshit. Yeah, all right, you want to keep it 100? Obviously, this is going to get his name out there even more. Yeah, because it's a freaking podcast interview, and he's going in on a lot of comedians that we all thought he got along with. I mean, some of them we knew he didn't get along with, but obviously, he's popping off in this interview. I mean, he's popping off. I mean, it's violence up in this shit. But it's neither here nor there. The thing is, he is just voicing the truth, and the people's... A lot of people hate the truth. A lot of people hate the truth, especially in this modern era. A lot of people hate the truth. Anytime the truth comes out, people think people are just popping off. No, I'm telling the truth. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, Cat, speak it, man. Like you said, the truth don't need no motivation, my dude.
So let me ask you this. What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
Oh! Now you just want the smoke, Shay. You just want the smoke. Why you gonna ask him that, man? Why you gonna... This dude just want the smoke. This dude just want the smoke. How you gonna ask him that? Oh, man. I'm scared to hit the play button. All right.
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't 3 random guys. The way that Ricky Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steven said he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Why Earthquake not in movies? 'Cause he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and put the cards in front of him. Like, all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets. And this is the age of truth. And the truth doesn't need to be scared of the fact that people tell lies. Cats on drugs. Where are the stories? Why is there no story of anybody who ever sold a drug to me, did a drug with me, was around me when I was inebriated? I got 5 daughters. I got 5 sons. Why would we tell these ridiculous stories? Because it's competition. You feel like, well, why comedy guys can't just get along?
Yes.
Why didn't you get along with the other teams you were competing against? If you're a Denver Bronco, why you don't get along with the Cowboys? Something wrong with you?
But I don't disagree. I don't dislike all the Cowboys. Cat, damn, you like this?
No, that's
okay,
not.
what comedians do you like?
Did you play against the team?
This interview is so good. It's so good because it's and you see how Sharp is doing the interview, right? He's letting him air out his grievances. He's letting him tell the truth about things that we all thought was the truth. So he's basically correcting what transpired in the podcast between Shay and Smiley, and obviously telling the truth about other comedians. But the way Sharp does his interview, and this is not even an interview. This is like a conversation among friends. That it feels like you're coming in the basement, chilling with your homeboy. And I do this a lot with my cousin. I do this a lot with my cousin Brian. I do this with my brother. I do this with my cousin. We just chill and we just talk. We air out our grievances or whatever. We just relax. We're in a safe haven. And that's what Club Shay feels like. You know what I mean? It just feels like that safe haven. You can just air out the truth. You know what I mean? And this is the atmosphere that Club Shay developed. And this is why he's gonna get large, man. He's gonna get even bigger.
Yes.
I've taken 46 comedians with me on the road. 46.
Okay.
I'm not the comedian you can give that to. I only put on comedians that are funnier than me. Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar. There's nobody like me in the business.
Faison just caught a stray.
Faison said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faison got? 0.
So
why is he allowed to have conversations about real stand-up people? We do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. That's all. As a journalist. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't harbor any resentment to any of these entities because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview.
Oh, man, come on.
Listen, in 20 years, won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people.
Holy shit.
How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And
that is facts. I don't understand why and I'm gonna air it out. I'm gonna be honest, man. Why when among black and Spanish people, it's almost like you can't talk about the other person if they're black and Spanish. Why? Because they're the same race as me? So they could be doing the most illest shit and I can't say nothing because they're the same race as me. Fuck that, man. Fuck that, man. I mean, it's beyond me, the line that I've drawn just because the person's the same color as you. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. And, I mean, for real, I'm with Cat on that one.
We don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Listen, I should have had my drink ready right here, man, listening to this whole shit because this This conversation makes you want to drink and just makes you want to marinate and listen to everything they say like a lullaby. You know what I mean? Like some music shit that's putting you to sleep, man, because that's the vibe that I'm getting. Let's go.
I kind of get on here.
Right.
After that, I don't
Shay need
really
that extra
kinda
drink.
know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
Oh, because
I was gonna ask you that.
because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
You will tell it.
no, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Cat because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike. Because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor at playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan, to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that
But I
no
didn't
one's
know it
ever
was a
heard.
lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. And, like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Cat. Normally when people are giving you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information no one else knows or has ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are like, this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him, thanks to my wife, I'm where I am.
He's starting with Steve Harvey now. Well, now we're going to Steve Harvey. First Smiley. Steve Harvey. Tyler Perry. Who else we gonna get, Cat? Who else we gonna get? Because we're 19 minutes in, Cat, and we still got basically 2 hours and 20 minutes. Like, listen, let's go. Like I said, part 2 coming on Saturday, man. We ain't doing everything today, man. Trust and believe. Let's go.
You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made... All lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies.
And that's what a lot of people's gonna say. Oh, you're being petty or whatever. I mean, is he? I mean, can someone tell the truth? Because if he don't tell the truth, somebody will. So why not let it be Cat Williams, the man who's basically in the same freaking entertainment business as the rest of these people he's talking about? Why not allow him to tell the truth? Why not allow him to expose everybody? I'd rather him than somebody who's not in the entertainment business, in the comedy business. You feel me? Let's go.
But Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because Shannon Sharp got to be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built.
So
all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency.
Oh.
What am I supposed to do? He did all of.
Oh my God! Holy shit, man! I can't take any more of this shit, man. Oh my God, man! Well, like, what the fuck is going on? I had to take off my ski cap because it's getting too fucking hot. Because goddamn, like, I'm about to go get a drink on some real shit. I'm about to go get a drink, man, because damn, man. All right, let's go.
That I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, it's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there.
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to...
You gotta admit he's one of the greats. I mean, everybody want to hit me up when I'm doing my damn podcast. Listen, I'm gonna silence my shit. I mean, pardon the interruption. I deeply apologize. I should have silenced my shit a long time ago. I'm gonna silence my shit right now. But, I mean, you gotta admit it. He's a great one. He's a great one. You can't take that away from him. And obviously, this is already out everywhere. People have witnessed this interview or whatever. And the people who are witnessing it, once again, if you already saw this, I really appreciate the fact that you're sitting at my table during this rewatch of the Unleashed Club Shay with Cat Williams. I really appreciate that. But the fact that he's coming out with this, is he going to be blackballed again? Despite the fact that he is a great one. He might. I mean, but like he said, the people that he don't mess with, he don't mess with them. They don't fuck with him. So obviously he's gonna fuck with other people. I mean, it is what it is. They wasn't fucking with him before, so what's the difference? Even if he comes out with this, they wasn't messing with him. So it is what it is. But the thing about these comedians, the ones who rock together, obviously they come out with shows together. Look at Chris Rock with Kevin Hart. So, I mean, obviously, if he rocked with them, they would have allowed him to be part of the crew, because that would have been one crazy ass show if Cat Williams was involved with that dynamic duo right there. But that shit can't happen. I mean, so the only thing Cat Williams could do is to go solo on every single project, because a lot of people ain't gonna rock with him, especially after this ordeal. I mean, he's not gonna be blackballed per se, but he's gonna be kind of blackballed because now he can't join anyone's show as a backup or even an opening stand-up, nothing. He's got to do everything solo. And like he said, he's not scared of being the competition, so he welcomes it. Let's go.
Not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Cat Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Cat Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in, and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars.
Wow.
What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that.
You gotta admit, he's being honest, and you gotta admit, tell me you guys have not thought the same thing. The only one who's been funny, honestly, was Bernie. I mean, Bernie was the only one because he had his own freaking aura. He had his own shit going on. Nobody did what Bernie did. You know what I mean? He had his own persona. And just like Cat Williams, he had his own persona. Those other people, you gotta admit it. Steve Harvey and them, they is not funny. They are not funny for you. Y'all can't really be honest and say Steve Harvey was funny. He's not funny. Stop it. Stop it. He has little gimmicks, but he's not funny. He can't hold down a show.
Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not gonna have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym, but you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
What?
Wow.
No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
Okay. Let's get to your upbringing. We're going to circle back and we'll get some...
I want to protect him real quick, because you had said for the Kings of Comedy, it was in 2018, 2019, but did you mean 1999? Because it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
No. So what I meant to say was, remember, he said, I couldn't do stand-up anymore. I had 7 TV shows. I said he didn't have any of those TV shows at the time.
I know you talking about Cedric.
Joke stealer from Cedric.
Cedric.
Okay,
So you had said that 2018, 2019, but it came out in 2000, so I just want to make sure.
Okay, no. What comes out in 2000?
The original Kings of Comedy.
Right. I'm on BET's Comic View, and they're using this as the commercial in 1998. Okay. That's why I'm saying, yeah. So if I said the dates wrong, So
let's go back and clear that up.
Okay.
You said, I had Cedric on here, and I asked him about the joke stealing, and he said the timeline doesn't add up.
Correct.
To that point, you say.
Right. So he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes. But then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab.
I'm gonna look it up. I mean, I don't know which joke he's talking about. I don't know which joke he's referring to. But obviously, I'm gonna have to look that up.
It helped me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998, I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship. Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Cat 30 times, and Cat didn't do, as I stand before you, Shannon. I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned. And there are these alliances in comedy. And if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But we don't let that change the content because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Can you believe we're this deep into
Holy
the NFL
shit.
season? We got to make every second count. We're DraftKings
Let's
Sportsbook.
forward this.
At 5 years old, I was
We're gonna obviously he's gonna start talking about his life story or whatever. I mean, but holy shit, man. Listen. Everything he said about those people, this is part one. Everything he said about those people, is it a lie? We don't know. But the fact that he is one of the kings, he is one of the truest kings of comedy. Because honestly, if you want to be honest with him, if you want to be honest, I put him obviously in the level of Bernie Mac and the rest of the crew. I don't care what anybody say. I don't care what anybody say. Steve Harvey is not fucking funny. I don't care what you say. He's not funny. Kevin Hart, funny. Bernie Mac, funny. Cat Williams, funny. Cedric the Entertainer, gimmick. And when I say gimmick, they have a certain part that they play, and they and that's it. They're not. They don't have a wide set of talents. You know what I mean? But when it comes to Cat Williams, when it comes to even you, I mean, if you want me to be honest, you even seeing it with Kevin Hart. Let's not even get it twisted. You're seeing it with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, you can see that he's redoing a lot of his gimmicks, because when Kevin Hart first came out, I'm gonna tell you, when I first went to Kevin Hart's show in Rochester, when I first went to Kevin Hart's show, when I drove to Rochester, it was not funny. And obviously it's because I saw a couple of his shows. One other show I went to, I went to Kevin Hart's show with a friend, and me and her had a good time nonetheless. Me and her had a good time. Shout out to her, you know what I mean? Me and her had a good time. And the show was all right, but I told her when we were driving back, I told her, you know, I didn't find it funny. Like, I didn't find it funny. A lot of the things that I seen from Kevin Hart, I seen already. You know, his screaming, his uncle joke or whatever, all of that is getting old. It's not making me laugh anymore. Obviously, it tore my stomach open when he first came out with those freaking lines and that gimmick. And now he's got to find, and it happens to all the comedians. It happens to a lot of comedians. They got to find a new set of jokes. They got, and it's hard. Believe it or not, I know how hard that. I don't know. Let me correct myself. I don't know how hard it is, but I know it's hard. I'm not trying to say that I'm talking about. I'm talking from experience. I know it's hard, but you can tell when the comedians are running out of jokes. You can tell. And Kevin Hart is at a point in time in his career that he's running out of jokes. You know what I mean? And I would never pay for another Kevin Hart show. He's just not. He's not funny right now. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I mean, David Chappelle obviously is very funny. David Chappelle is very funny. That's another one. I mean, let me know what you think. I mean, let me know what you think about this situation, this freaking interesting, very interesting interview with Cat Williams. And I know I only did a half hour in, but obviously it's 2 hours and 46 minutes. I wanted to touch up on everything he spoke about when it comes to the rest of the Kings of Comedy he voiced about. So we dived in on that, you know what I mean? And it kind of shocked me. It kind of shocked me how good this interview was. It was very interesting. Let me know what you think. You know what I mean? Make sure you hit the like button if you're watching this on my YouTube channel. For real. Show me some love. Hit that like button. And if you're watching this on my podcast, make sure you hit the fact that you liked the show that I provided for you. And thank you, because I won't have a Chi-Town podcast for the individuals watching. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. Appreciate the love. Hope you're enjoying your 2024 years so far. I'm coming back with part 2 on Saturday. Much love to you guys. Make sure you close the door on Chi-Town as we close the door on the entire show this morning. Thank you for sitting at my table. I'm out of here. Peace!
Arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim of suicidal maniac.